Sight and Sound, they do it, what do they do it, every 10 years?
Every 10 years since 1952, I think.
Yeah, so for the past 60 years, they've been doing this list where they collect opinions from different critics. In the past couple of decades, filmmakers have been thrown into that fold, where they vote on what their all-time favorite movie is. Well, the all-time greatest movie, their opinion on what that is.
The greatest, not necessarily their favorite, but
right,
the greatest.
The all-time greatest movie, the greatest movie of all time. So they all vote, they tabulate it, and they came out with their list today. And the big news is that since this list began, Citizen Kane has been the number one film of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time it's not been Citizen Kane. It has been replaced by Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, the number one greatest film of all time, according to a statement of critics. Yeah.
Vertigo has been circling this for a little while.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
But
here's the list. Number 1, Vertigo. This is the critics' list. Number 2, Citizen Kane. Number 3, Tokyo Story. Number 4, Rules of the Game. Number 5, Sunrise, Murnau. Number 6, 2001. Number 7, The Searchers. Number 8, Man with a Movie Camera. Number 9, The Passion of Joan of Arc. Number 10, one of my favorites, 8.5.
That would be probably my favorite on there as well.
How amazing is it that Man with a Movie Camera has come up? I mean, I don't remember Man with a Movie Camera being even in the top 20 over these past decades. And Man with the Movie Camera has really, shot up there as, it's the first documentary that's been in the mix.
You know what I'm ashamed to say? I've only seen half of these. Movie geek that I am, I've only seen 5 of them.
I don't think I've ever made it through all the Passion of Joan of Arc. Not, I won't lie to you.
I've seen them all. So
I have no doubt. Director's top. Actually, going back to the critics, it's interesting. The 2 most recent titles on the top 50. In the Mood for Love.
Yeah.
I think that came in something like number 24, Wong Kar-wai. And something like number 27 or so is David Lynch's Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive, really? Of all the David Lynches, that's the one?
Yes. And but this is something that I noticed. I mean, this was on a lot of critics' top 10 or the very top favorite movies of the past decade.
Mm-hmm.
And I love David Lynch. I don't know why this movie above all others.
I understand it. I do.
Well, why do you think, Dean? Why?
I think that it is the culmination. I think that particular movie is the culmination of an entire career. And I think that it has all of the things that he pays attention to in all of his movies. The sense of there's a sense of duality in it. There's a sense of dreaminess to it. In fact, that's what it all is. It's really his in a series. In all of his movies, there's been a large sense of dreaminess, and I think this is the movie that really puts it forth perfectly, and it does so without forgetting about character and story. And I think, and it also does it in a way that actually makes the film moving. So it's not just a horror story. It's not just a dream story. It's not just a noir story. It is everything. It's everything combined. I think it's the culmination of everything he's done up until now. I mean, I know that, Jamie, I know that you like Wild at Heart. And Wild at Heart
I wouldn't expect Wild at Heart to be on a greatest films of all time list for many established critics.
Well, Wild at Heart kind of falls outside of that category.
I would expect Blue Velvet to be on there before Mulholland Drive, actually.
Which one?
I would expect Blue Velvet to be before Mulholland.
Well, I mean, I just think Blue Velvet is a movie that is kind of like a straightforward drama in a lot of ways. You can look at it as just sort of a straight narrative. It does have a dreamy element to it, but the actual element of dreams doesn't really come into it, really. It's not a movie about people dreaming, you know.
Yeah, but their top 10 movies aren't all about people dreaming either.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is what makes Lynch great. Is he's able to like bring the element of dreaming into movies into a major way. This is what makes him great, and this is his greatest dream movie. I mean, Blue Velvet is not a dream movie. It is a noir movie with dreamy elements, but it is not a dream movie.
What about Lost Highway?
Those are the two that I'm least crazy about, Dune notwithstanding, are Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive. I've seen them both multiple times. I just think it's not that I don't like them. I don't like them as much as Blue Velvet and Wild at Heart.
Mm-hmm. I like Lost Highway a lot. Mulholland Drive, I'd have to watch it again. Although the one I can't watch again is Inland Empire, even though I own it. I just really don't feel like watching it.
But I think the Blue Velvet is his most
accessible movie.
Well, more than accessible, I think it's the most perfectly realized. I mean, I think it's the most effective, efficient. I think it's all the vision is all there, and it never veers off.
What about the Elephant Man? Wouldn't you say that?
No, I mean among his hallucinatory.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean the Elephant Man is his most traditional movie.
Yeah,
I would say that's a movie that could have been made in the 1950s or whatever. With a few elements lost in it, but the thing about Mulholland Drive is it's like, I mean, it's confusing. It's not straightforward. It's something you have to figure out, and you have to watch it again and again, and every time you watch it, it becomes different, and you can't just watch a scene out of it. You got to watch the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
No. I love that about movies, and I love that about David Lynch. I'm not lessening Mulholland Drive when I say that I don't understand why, even among people that don't like Lynch. Roger Ebert does not like Lynch. He loves Mulholland Drive.
That's true.
Because Mulholland Drive still feels completely Lynchian to me. So if you don't like anything else Lynch ever directs, why would you like Mulholland Drive?
I can't answer that question.
Yeah, neither can Roger Ebert.
I've liked David Lynch ever since I saw Eraserhead. So,
I adore David Lynch.
In fact, I would actually argue for Eraserhead being greater than Mulholland Drive, but I would put Mulholland Drive right next to Eraserhead, like right next to it.
Okay, to move away from this, this is another thing that surprised me. Number 14 on the critics' list, Apocalypse Now, which is ahead of The Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah. I have no problem with that.
But
that's surprising.
It is surprising.
It is especially surprising considering that the last time around wasn't Godfather in the top 10. So
sure. Yeah. No. We're getting to that. Metropolis, number 35. The highest ranking Kurosawa is Seven Samurai. Of course, Psycho comes in at 35. I just said that. Okay. No, Metropolis and Psycho tied.
Oh.
Well, okay, so let's get to, real quick. Actually, the next show we do, we should probably go into these in detail and just review them all in order. That should be our lists, and we'll do the whole show on it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Here are the top 10 director's choices. Their number 1 is Tokyo Story, Ozu. There's number 2. Number 2 is 2001. Number 3, Citizen Kane. Number 4, 8.5. It figures that would rank higher since it's a film about a movie maker. Number 5, Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver, which is not in the top 10 for the critics. Apocalypse Now is their number 6. One ahead of The Godfather, their number 7. Number 8 is Vertigo. Number 9 is the film Mirror from Tarkovsky.
Oh, wow.
Number 10 is Bicycle Thieves is number 10. Sika.
What is what the Tarkovsky movie is Solaris?
Mirror. 1974. That also made the top 15 on the critics list. So it's a movie I got to check out.
Wow,
I
didn't even know that.
I hear Tarkovsky and I start falling asleep immediately. But just the name alone. I guess I shouldn't say that. We're supposed to be movie geeks, but I'll admit it. All right. So we'll delve in more.
We'll go on. If we can do this, I think it'd be a good list just to go back to for not just one show, maybe several shows to go back to, because it's important. Since it's a decade in the making list. We should.
Oh yeah. And
it's the first time. It's the first time since you guys have been around. That this list appeared. So.
And I've been wanting to do a film classics series as our next big project, and I think maybe we can use these lists as guidelines for that.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.